Good morning. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. A little bit earlier, it's 6:30 actually. I've just opened my window and I see these guys walking on the parking deck. Over there. It's kind of suspicious. And I don't see any cars and they're looking over the edge all the time. So, take a look. Maybe they're trying to find a place to, I don't know. What do you do at 6:30 in the morning on the top of a parking deck where nobody else is? It's totally empty. It's 10 minutes later. They're still looking. It's a very good morning actually. It's early on Friday. This one is already out. It's early on Friday. Today is the last day of IWCE here in Las Vegas. And that last day I'm going to start with a forum about cybercrime. One of the most interesting and hot topics in public safety industry at the moment. Because you can have all these systems very much aligned with each other, broadband, narrowband, PSAP, whatever, uplinks, downlinks. But, you know, where are you with your whole organization when your system is completely being hacked by ransomware, malware, scareware, whateverware? Today we're going to find out a little bit more what the experiences are from different people in the field of public safety here in the United States. I'm now having breakfast. I have another hour to go, and that session starts at 8:15. Yes, 8:15, last day, Friday morning. I heard there were already registered 36 people for that session on a Friday morning, 8:15. And we have a lot of walk-ins as well, so we're going to have a good session. First things first, breakfast.
It's a very nice camera.
That's my wife over here, having a talk. Alright, goedemorgen, hoe is het? Alles goed? That was Agnita. Now, quickly to breakfast. Not that healthy this time. The monorail is moving again. After last night was closed. I think I'm a little bit too early today. Okay, my session is here. PSAP cybersecurity challenges, tools and best practices. What is the first thing any PSAP should do in getting organized to make sure that they're perfectly protected?
Actually just hired a new full-time instructor. Part of her job is to develop material for that. One of the things that we're going to do is a very short telecommunicator dispatcher focused security awareness training.
Hopefully next year in Orlando, I hope you will be there, this room will be fully packed, and it should be actually. And by the way, I think that the room will be filled, because by that time there's no doubt that there will be more people being hacked and more PSAPs being under threat. Timoty, we just had this session on cybersecurity. It should be on top of everybody's agenda, is it?
Yes, and the interesting thing, I think you even said this in your introductory remarks, it's on the top list of so many people. The FCC chair, or FCC chief of the Public Safety and Homeland Security Bureau indicated it was his top issue. I mean, top issue for FCC at the time. Now, of course, he was a cybersecurity expert, so
yeah.
Admiral Simpson. But the fact is, it's on top of people's minds. But I think there's this feeling of I'm not sure what to do about it, or maybe it's somebody else's problem to worry about. It's not mine. You know, the IT guys aren't necessarily here, and so they sometimes don't attend as a result. But quite frankly, it's everybody's
And
issue.
all of these control rooms can be hacked. All of them.
Yeah,
And not only in the United
that's
States,
right.
everywhere around
It's a
the world.
worldwide problem. Yeah, absolutely right. That's a completely accurate
And
statement.
I'm amazed that some PSAPs not even have implemented a framework on how they should work with in these kind of situations.
Here in the United States, I've heard some people say they don't even have a firewall. I mean, we heard about the guy in Tennessee in the session through some of the questions and stuff that came back. There was a particular site that PSAP didn't even have didn't afford the ability to have firewalls, and so had to build one after he was hit, after something happened. And that's unfortunately what happens. I call it the ostrich effect. You know, we bury our head in the sand, and we hope it's not going to happen. We hear all the stories, but we hope it's not going to happen to us until it does. And
and still, sometimes we even know that we have been compromised, right?
that's correct. Yeah, and sometimes we know. Ransomware, we talked a little bit. I love the term scareware you use. I'm going to have to, I hope you don't mind if I use it. Yeah, because that's a social engineering attack, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because even as a cyber expert kind of guy, I've been in cyber for a while, I will get an email. I got an email fairly recently where it said something about who the heck are, use some expletive language, charging my car, charging me with from SecuLore.com. And I'm going,
Wait a minute.
I'm like, what is this charge that you just charged me with? And I almost clicked on it just because it was that visceral kind of reaction to, my God, I didn't scam you. What are you I didn't commit fraud on you. And then I stopped and
they
realized
played on your emotion.
They played on the emotion. It's a social
And it's their
attack.
business. It's their business. They make a real good business out of that. And their programs are available on the internet that you buy and that you can run your business from.
Yeah, in fact, it's gotten so bad we call it ransomware as a service.
We'll see what happens next year, right? At Orlando, how many people are in the room,
Let's get
and
the
how
word
people
out
have already in the meantime secured their systems and put up a plan.
Hopefully. The more we get the word out, the more people will understand. A lot of this is just education, to be honest. Education is a key piece to the puzzle. So glad
Thank you very much.
Hosted this whole thing.
Okay, super. Thank you very much. Okay, good to talk to you. Stephanie, how does that feel?
It's done.
It's done, is it?
Yeah.
It's done. You can see it's done because take a look at this. It's really done. So, what happened actually over the last 2 days here?
We had jam-packed aisles of people attending, looking at booths, looking at products. I just got out of a meeting where our exhibitors are happy. They say it's one of the best IWCEs they've ever had.
Well, I heard it's one of the best. I heard it's one of the best IWCEs ever. Not just because it has grown with 100 vendors, right?
Yeah.
But just in general.
The content, they said, also was phenomenal.
But critical communications is alive more than ever.
Yes.
Because there's so much happening.
Yeah. Another feedback we got is there was so much good content that they couldn't get to everything they wanted to do.
Yes.
And they didn't have a chance to finish walking the show floor.
Yeah.
So
well, let us walk that side. Let us walk a little bit. So do you think that next year there will be more exhibitors coming?
I think so. We have about 75% of our show floor booked for 2018, which we booked, finished booking yesterday.
Yes.
Well, on site, and then we'll open it up to new exhibitors or people that didn't have a chance because they were so busy in their booth and they didn't have a chance to come and select booth space for 18 in Orlando.
But what I see is not only the vendors that are here with their systems and radios. You see a lot of additional companies with shelters, with masks.
But IWCE, we, as I've mentioned earlier this week, our legacy are the dealers and the radio manufacturers.
Yes.
But with LTE and then infrastructure, we're doing the whole ecosystem, the whole wireless ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly. So, because if you talk about ecosystem, you also talk about cybersecurity, is it?
Cybersecurity.
And I didn't see any of the vendors here on cybersecurity. And we had this session, and everybody recognizes it's very important for the industry. If all of these systems go down, well, you can have a great system, but it's not running, is it?
Right. And the other one is the data. You got to put your data somewhere. So that's a growth opportunity for IWCE.
Well,
cybersecurity and data.
And that is, of course, also something that your partner organization in the UK is looking at, right?
Yes.
The same similar format,
Yes. Yes.
mission critical technologies.
Yep, absolutely.
So it makes sense to get everything together.
Yep.
Does it also make sense to get all of the technologies together, all of the communications technologies together for mission critical comms? So and Tetra and P25 and DMR and VSAT and all of those other technologies?
Yep, absolutely, because that helps, having the different technologies gives the attendees and the exhibitors a chance to interact with each other, make the best decisions,
Yes.
Partnerships, etc.
Okay, so, well, I look forward on there's much happening actually at the back there. It's not a secure place right now here, is it?
No, you got to be careful.
So and I don't think it's possible to go through that van over there because
No,
that's gonna be. This is kind of interesting. This is a very big hall, and in the United States they have very big trucks. Kind of impressive. There's another one coming in. So take a look at there. All right. That's the way they do it here in the US.
Yeah, look at that. Oh.
Be careful. You have to. Right there.
Yep.
Okay.
It happens. It's kind of depressing when it all, we spend so much time.
It is all
It's-
gone. It's all gone. Wow. Finished.
See you next year.
See you next year. Bye. See you.